many big companies in the conventional energy sector have realized that they need to put themselves up to date, and they need to make a huge effort. They need to invest at any cost, almost at any cost, in renewable energy assets.
What's the biggest thing that could come out of this COP that would propel your business right now forward even more?
They talk about 5 trillion annual subsidies related to the indirect effects of emissions. So carbon pricing, taking off a portion of that, would be, I think, the horizontal effect.
The whole digitization revolution, big data is now being applied to energy.
What we don't realize is that we have an exponential technology development in the next 5 years. Suddenly this becomes a transformative enabler. An infrastructure...
That scale becomes...
That scale. And compared to other industries, we actually use the same R&D.
I never used the word cloud. This is a supernova. Absolutely. This is the explosion of a star. I'm fascinated how you see that looping back into the energy space.
Our forecast that we have right now, if we use ICT right, we can reduce the carbon footprint with 15% 2030. That's the current carbon footprint of US and Europe together. We had 30 countries in the world that had a broadband plan. Now we have 140 countries. That's the first step. The second step is that any country in the world would have an inter-ministerial ICT strategy, because that means they're going to use ICT across education, healthcare, smart cities, and all of that.
What does it mean, though, for a developing country? Can they really benefit from this?
They will start with this infrastructure from the beginning. I mean, look at Africa. We will go from 70 million mobile broadband subscriptions right now to 700 million 2020. And I think that their ICT has a great role to play, but then governments also need to use it. It's not only for YouTube and cool things. It's actually also being an enabler for a much better life on this earth.
The clean home, the carbon-free home. How close are we to it?
Depending on which places you look at, you can get to 80-90% of your energy is all clean energy.
Does it have to be a new house, or can I do it with my existing house?
The concept is you go to the house, you install the solar system for free. You pay for the equipment. The company pays for the equipment, pays for the installation, insurance, the maintenance, everything.
It's a no-brainer for me.
No-brainer. The homeowner then just pays for the electricity. And you pay less for the electricity than you do from the utility.
Give me some numbers.
So California, cost of energy, the average rate is around 23 cents a kilowatt hour. They would go to SolarCity, of course, and they would pay 15 cents a kilowatt hour.
How are the utilities, handling this?
The fundamental issue to the utility is nothing at all to do with a cost shift. There is no cost shift. Any study done shows there's actually a cost benefit. The issue is competition.
What can government do to enable and enhance this?
Worldwide, as mentioned earlier, I think the best outcome would be to price in the externalities. So a tax on carbon. Locally, create policy that gives consumers choice.
What would you be interested in asking your two colleagues here?
You have your current infrastructure, and now you have all this new infrastructure going.
Yes.
So all this rooftop solar all over the place, local solar farms, or whatever it might be. The existing infrastructure has no visibility into the new infrastructure. Yeah, it'd be a lot more efficient to start getting the two integrated.
Now, interesting.
In order to do that, the mobilization of capital has to be enormous.
We need to put those systems together. Then you're going to get the efficiency, and people is going to start asking for it.